Hey folks, welcome to the channel, Rockin' a Country. I'm Don. This is a blast. I'm doing a gift request today of another George Jones song. And I don't know this song, but it was made possible, so to speak. But Zach Barber made a gift to the channel for me to get this one. So Zach, shout out to you. Thank you, my friend, for this. And it's The Window Up Above. I don't know this song, but Zach put a note in the request and he just said, George Jones is the president of country music, and Tammy was known as the first lady. So I passed that along to you because that's what Zach said. All right, here we go. The Window Up Above. Oh, did somebody pass away or something? It's got a spiritual theme to it. Interesting.
I've been living a new way of life that I love so, but I can see the clouds are gathering and the storm will wreck our home. For last night he held you tightly and you didn't even show. This is true, for I've been watching you from the window up above.
Oh,
you must have thought that I was sleeping, and I wish that I had been. But I guess it's best to know you and the way your heart can sing. I thought we belonged together, and our hearts fit like a glove. I was wrong, for I've been watching you from the window up above.
And if she's hugging this guy for a long stretch outside their window, she's kind of crossed over that threshold of caring what he thinks. To a point, anyway.
From my eyes the teardrops started as I listened on and on. I heard you whisper to him softly that our marriage was all wrong. But I hope he makes you happy, and you will never lose his love. I was wrong, I was watching you from the window up above. How I wish I could be dreaming and wake up to an honest love.
Yeah.
I was wrong, for I was watching you from the window up above.
Yeah, that's really good. But I mean, George sings so well that I actually thought the backing vocalist there that came in, or the little chorus, that it was almost a distraction. Like it almost detracted from the song. I didn't understand the need for them. I understand bringing them in. This sounds like George. What was this? Like George maybe mid-career, possibly? It didn't sound early, but it could have been. But he has such a dynamic, eminently listenable, enjoyable, believable voice when he sings that it would be, sometimes it's hard for me to distinguish early, mid, late George Jones. Well, later you can kind of tell, but it's, yeah, I mean, just, I don't know who wrote that. I don't do research on this. I like to experience songs virginally. Just first time, I want to know very little about a song just so I can experience it in full force for the first time on camera. And this is one of the songs that captured that sliver of life. And the title itself you couldn't really tell. It could go in a lot of directions. Obviously, I mean, I think yeah, I said initially that this sort of, the title has like a spiritual idea, like the window up above, like the windows of heaven. And this was like really the window of hell because he's looking down and seeing his wife with someone else. And when you're married, I mean, you just don't do that. And that'd just be brutal. Yeah, when you think things are going a certain way, now is it his fault for not knowing what was going on with her? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe she was giving him clues or signals or telling him, look, you're not treating me right, or I'm unhappy, or maybe it was on her face and such. Maybe she wasn't saying it. Maybe she was hiding it. And maybe he really didn't have any way of knowing. But in any case, man, is that brutal to look out and just be like you just, you want to take a deep breath, but you can't. You're like, oh my God. And that one line, I like that. I kind of, he says, you may have thought I was sleeping, and I wish that I had been sleeping. That's not the exact lyrics, but that's what was said. Zach, yeah, just one of those other gut punch ones where you just feel for this dude. You could see him. We all have an image of a house and a guy looking out and what the driveway and front lawn looked like where she was hugging this guy. Like a mental image comes into mind, you know? You just feel for the dude, but you're like, oh boy. All right, I'm going to rate this song. I'm coming in with a straight 9. It's almost impossible to put certain artists, it's almost impossible to give their songs less than a 9. It is. It's, you know, Merle's one of them, Hank Sr. I mean, there's a number of artists, but it's just hard. So anyway, there you go, folks. You can thank Zach Barber for that one. Hope that didn't hurt you too much. And we'll go from there. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.